Hello, everyone. Welcome to a live stream with Rachel and Carrie, where we are going to discuss your manifesting plan for 2025. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'm excited, even though I may not seem super high energy today because I have a little bit of a cold and I'm hearing everything I say in my left ear.
I know that feeling, that the self echo
Yeah.
and Jana saying, hello, hello.
Hi, Jana. Thanks for coming. Jana is a channel member and she gets an extra video every single weekend. So if you'd like a behind the scenes video with extra readings and all kinds of silly things that I do, join the channel at the link below. Okay. So Carrie, do you have a manifesting plan or do you just know how it works for you and wing it?
Yes and yes. So I don't know if I shared it on this live stream. I don't know. But anyhow, I like to have a word for the year. And that tends to help guide my year. And so it's not so much of a manifesting plan as it is just something that I know will show up for me in my year. And usually the word chooses me, and it did again this year. So that was fun. So my word is embody, which is good news because that is a manifesting plan.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. And I do have some routines, right? Some things that I like to do to keep myself accountable to embodying, right? Keep myself accountable to doing the things that I know lead to manifesting. And I like to offer myself a little bit of flexibility inside of that. Like, it's not like, listen to this one this singular meditation is the thing that will bring me everything I desire. Or because I think I've talked about this on this channel before, I do often find myself, I can discipline myself right out of alignment, and I'm really good at discipline. So I need to have a little flexibility in my manifesting plan as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So you could listen to the best, most incredible meditation that is helping everyone become millionaires. But if you aren't feeling like a millionaire when you listen to it, it's not going to happen for you, right? If you're just like doing it to cross it off your list, it ain't going to happen because we manifest every single day, all day. This is how we create the world. We are manifestors, we are creators. And if we want something different, we have to be different. We have to feel different in order to create different. And so the best manifesting plan is just, how can I feel at least a little bit better than how I've felt before? Like Carrie is saying, and boom, you're going to get better results. Now you can get more specific and you can really up your ante, which is what I'm wanting to do this year, because I luckily, and we'll get into the plan, I have it right in front of me, but I just want to say that the best place to start your plan from is being satisfied with where you are. So if you're satisfied with where you are, you're not harboring resistance that will stick you in place like glue. So if you want more, you got to be happy and open about what you've got already. And that can take focus and that can take discipline for sure. But that is the place where you want it. That's home base if you want to start getting more from your life.
I know you're looking at me like, do you have anything to say about that? And I'm just feeling into, so often people come to a video like this because they're not happy, right? They're like,
Yes.
I don't like where I am. I need to manifest something totally different. And so that first step can actually be a real challenge. So do you have advice on how someone can, I see you tending to your cat, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have advice on how someone could find their way to satisfied with where they are? even though they may have found their way to this video because they're dissatisfied.
I do. And luckily, Intuitive Art has already prepared the answer for us. So I am not feeling 100% today. I'm not feeling totally terrible, but I wanted an easy way to have the most beneficial manifesting plan for 2025 for you. And so, of course, I used my Intuitive Art Oracle deck because it's so fast and it's so wonderful and it doesn't make a mess. Link below if you'd like to purchase, by the way. So this manifesting plan will work to get you in a better place to manifest more. So you just keep repeating this plan over and over again to get what you want, whether you want $100 million in a year or to just feel satisfied about your life so that you can get more, get on the train that you really want to be on, like get caught up with yourself. So number 1, be the creator. Know that you're the creator. Green is my creativity color. And so you need to know that you're in control. A lot of times when we're unsatisfied with our life, we think it's because outside events are causing us to feel that way. And now, yes, looking at unpleasant outside events does bring up negative feelings a lot of the time. So how can you train yourself through focus and discipline to only look at the good things, to only look at what you want? And so that when you get a passing glance of something you don't like, it doesn't take you down completely. There's probably not a situation where you can completely avoid seeing bad things, right? You go out to lunch, you pass a TV in the restaurant and there's a bad thing on there. You call your grandma or your niece and they talk about a bad thing, right? It's unavoidable. We all live on this planet together. But if you build yourself up enough to know that you're the creator and your focus matters, then you can build a foundation of responsibility of like, I'm going to keep myself in a good enough place so that I decide how I feel. So that's number 1. Be the creator. Know you're the creator. Number 2, love as much as you can. Love what you do love about your life. Love yourself. Love fully the people you love, the animals you love, the plants you love, whatever it is you love. Love what you love about your life. Whether you love writing or Instagram or looking at pictures of bunnies, like whatever you love it fully. Love everything you love fully, because that unlocks you from resistance and allows you to be a match to the things you do love. Now, we could stop there and you'd be set. You would let lots of incredible, wonderful things in and be totally fine. But there's 3 more that you're going to really like. Okay, so we have you are the creator, love the things you love fully, and then live your values. So when you're full of love, you have more confidence. And that confidence is important because it lets you make decisions that are true to you, right? They're true to you, whether that is just knowing your boundaries and not letting people walk all over you, being able to say no or yes to something you truly want to say no or yes to. This is so underrated. We think we need to fit in more in order to get to where we want to go. We think we need people to like us. We think we need all kinds of things, and it gets so swirly in our heads. But when you start living your values, you start to flourish because you get embodied. You get embodied from this, and that's really important. It's purple because it connects your higher self to this physical life of yours. Okay? Number 4. Use your thoughts wisely. Daydream the things you love. Conjure ways to have this life be more exciting to you, more inspiring to you. So instead of being a victim of your thoughts, use your thoughts to your advantage, right? Pretty simple. And the last one you're going to love, wealth and ease. Wealth and ease. I picked out this shirt, by the way, before I even did this reading. And this is my Ease is Easy shirt that I made from, I think, our first Aligned Up Level event. Ease is easy. All of this is easy. The reading I did for myself based on my my new format, the only calibration that I needed was to know that nothing is in my way. Ease is easy. Nothing is in your way. Wealth is easy. Nothing is in your way. It's only the thoughts you think in contradiction to that are in your way. So let it be easy. Let it be easy. So once again, we have be the creator, love fully all the things you love. And again, this doesn't mean trying to love the things you hate. Just love what you love. Love it more. Fully love. Live your values. So make decisions based on what's true for you. Use your thoughts wisely and challenge the things that don't work for you, right? If you think rich people are bad or greedy or bossy or whatever, and you want to be rich, challenge that. Oh, how can I see them in just a little bit more of a neutral way, right? You don't even have to completely turn around. And remember that wealth is easy. Ease is easy. And you can have wealth with ease. Maybe it shouldn't be wealth and ease anymore. It should be wealth with ease. How's that? All right. So maybe you wrote those down. That'd be smart. Maybe you took a screenshot of all of these. I'll try to hold them up all at the same time. And now the question is, how do you follow this? You got a plan, but you got to put it into place, right? So guess what? Carrie and I have an app. It's called Daily Alignment. It also is called Nudge for the time being. We'll tell you why later. And it's free. And right now, we're playing a really fun game of alignment bingo, and I freaking love it. And it's so much fun. So thank you to all of the new people who've come in. Everyone is so wonderful and delightful and having fun. And not only does this app give you the chance to play alignment bingo with us and post in our little community in there and share your insights, but it also is a way to track this stuff so you can keep accountability for yourself, right? Through the app. You're not trying to please me. You're not trying to please Carrie. You're just trying to hold strong to what you need to do to have the life you want. And so in there is a section to record that you meditated, that you grounded, and that you did your appreciation. And right within the app, you can do all those things. We have meditations, we have grounding processes, and you put your, you just type your appreciation right into the little slot. And you get your little circle for the day showing that you did it. And every single day that card pops up and you get to do it all over again. So come on in. The link is below and next to the red heart in the description. Thanks for that little burp I had. I made a pizza for lunch. It was really good.
Well, then there it is. Just thanking you. You're loving what you love. You're getting an extra reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jana's saying the app is so fun. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the app too, because one, obviously we want you guys to join. It is free right now, and we want you to join. We want to get your input, your feedback, how you are liking things. So please come on into the app. But I'm going to tell you what I like about it. That I like that there is, if I have one of those days where like I gotta check my processes off my list, I'm dragging myself to the app, right? I have one of those days where I'm disciplining my way there. The nice thing about it is the processes that it asks you to do kind of get you out of that, right? There's processes with Intimate Alien in there. There's some like incredible meditations. There we go. Yep. But that daily check-in, being able to get, at least for me, sometimes I will check before I have done it. But then I'm like, dang it, I checked it. So I really need to make sure that I get that done today. But the third thing that I do every day is that daily appreciation. And what winds up happening every single day is I start with like, oh, I don't know, I appreciate this. I appreciate like in my sort of like, and before I know it, I'm on a rampage. I am feeling really amazing. And so if I haven't yet then done my other processes, now I'm ready. Now I'm primed. Now I'm ready to go. So that's one thing I love about it. The other thing I love about it is accountability only to myself. It doesn't mean that there aren't other people there and there isn't an amazing community, but I don't know. I've done accountability buddies in the past. I don't love it. I have to be in the right space. It tends for me tends I need an accountability buddy for like a certain amount of time, you know, like hey, let's do this 5-week thing together or something. But I don't want another human being nagging me. But something about the non-human thing just out there keeps me accountable. I like completing the circle, right? Just like we do with our watches, probably. And since I have been using this daily, I think I've talked about this before, right? Daily alignment. Since I have been using this daily, my whole world has changed. My whole vibration has changed. The way, like, I keep forgetting it's been such a short amount of time because of the extreme difference in how I feel. Cool things are happening in my external life, but just it's enough that I feel so much better.
Yeah, and how you get things to be great in your external life is to change your inner life. Because again, we are the creators. We're the creators.
Which is what our drawing showed for 2025. It's what Intimate Alien has been saying. And yeah, here we are.
And, you know, speaking of my drawing, so if you've been watching the news at all, which I have not been, I've just seen this posted on Instagram a couple of times, that Mark Zuckerberg is no longer going to be implementing fact checking on his Meta platforms, which means the truth is even more invisible than it already is, right? The truth is invisible. And so we really need to cultivate a relationship with ourselves because we know the truth. The truth goes in, the truth resonates. We know how we feel when we hear truth and when we are living our truth. And so we really need to rely on this higher connection that we have in order to guide our lives appropriately for us. Because if we just guide our lives based on what people are telling us and what we think is true and what we think is right out there without really being connected, we're going to get even more lost than we already are. And I'm not trying to be an alarmist or anything, but I realized this morning, like, why do people think that this country is worse off than it used to be? Why are so many people thinking that the economy is in the toilet and that we should go back to the 1950s? It's because if you rely on observing the world for your sense of self and your sense of accomplishment and your sense of progression, you're only going to see more and more negative stuff out there because that's the way certain momentum is going. And so you're going to feel like it's true that the world is getting worse and that we're worse off now and all this other stuff. But there's more billionaires in the world. There are more self-made women in the world. There are more rights, we're a little teetering there. But as a whole, there is more good, more connection, more love, more freedom, more money, more everything. That is the truth that I want to align to because I want to go that way. I don't want to see the world as a worse place than it was in the 50s, which is really not true. So if you rely on the outside world to tell you where you're at and what you should expect for your life, you're not going to have what you want. You're just not. If you rely on yourself and the truth of the universe and that you're a creator and that you can love yourself to where you want to be, then you're going to find happiness and fulfillment. So make sure everything resonates with you and the inside, and make sure you're really tuned into yourself before you do that, including what I say.
I got a yawn. So I had a comment on what you're saying, but I got such a bit of good news that I'm just going to share it with everyone. So, many of you know that I live in Southern California, and at the time that Rachel and I are recording today's episode, there have been massive fires. And actually, I don't know that the fires, I mean, they're big, but I'm sure there have been bigger fires. What has been devastating about these fires is that they've affected a ton of people's homes and cities. Anyhow, it does matter. But my husband and I have a friend who evacuated a few days ago, and for 2 days they have been saying that they think that they lost their home. And for 2 days I've been holding like, but what if they didn't? But what if you see like their whole neighborhood, it's like devastation, devastation, devastation. One house, devastation, devastation. 2 houses, devastation, devastation. Anyhow, I just got a text from my husband saying they didn't lose their house. So I just wanted to celebrate that reality on the call right now, that in the midst of, and I think this is an important thing to talk about anyways, the way you were talking about how you view reality, right? There's no changing the reality that lots and lots and lots of people's lives have been disrupted and devastated right now. But we can choose our focus, right? I can choose to focus on the miracle of our friends not losing their house. I can choose to focus on the miracle that despite that massive loss of property, people got out and were safe, and most of them are well insured. Like it's just how you want to look at your reality. And that is the thing. Your orange color. When you, right, the like, what is it? You use your thoughts wisely, right? When faced with reality, right? Use your thoughts wisely. Use your thoughts in a way that makes you feel good.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you don't have compassion. Not at all. It's just that you don't need to have so much of a burden of emotion that you can't function, right? You can send love, send peace, send money, send volunteering, send clothes, send whatever you can do, right? That doesn't need to be predicated with sorrow and, hopelessness and all the other things. So what is my personal plan? Well, my personal plan, as you know, if you listen to my Multidimensional Human podcast from 2 weeks ago, is I would love to experience a year where I bring in $100 million. And it's an interesting thing because when you have that kind of a focus, you realize really quickly what you're not doing. And one of the things that I have been not doing is truly owning the fact that I love fashion. And you might even be surprised to hear that because I don't look like I love fashion necessarily. But when I was growing up, I always got the fashion magazines. I went to fashion school to be a fashion designer. I know how to sew. I've made my own clothes. Well, I mean, I technically made this shirt, sort of. And for a while, other things were just more important. Like survival mode was more important than me loving fashion and not being able to afford what I wanted to buy, right? And so I just sort of like scooped it away for, survival reasons and spiritual reasons. Why, if I'm such a spiritual person, why am I going to spend thousands of dollars on a piece of clothing, right? There's all sorts of things in our heads all the time that are keeping us from where we want to be. And yesterday, finally, I ordered a pair of shoes that I've been wanting for a while. And I'm sure I'll show them to at least my weekend crew for channel members. And I watched the resort fashion show from Gucci from this year. And I was emotional. Like it so moved me. And I was like, yes, I mean, this is just what I'm connected to. It doesn't need justification. I just love this. I love it. And I want to be a person who gets invited to those shows. And I want to be a person who gets to order stuff from those shows after the show. And I want to be a person who gets to meet people and talk to people about this kind of stuff because it's what I love, right? It's my truth. I have to live my truth and I have to live my values. And so whatever it is that is you, embrace it fully because that is going to help you get to where you want to go. You might think of it as silly or frivolous or too serious or whatever. There's all kinds of reasons we shove parts of ourselves away, but no more. You can't do that if you really want to live a life that you love fully.
I love that you're talking about that and that you're saying, like, I want to be the kind of person who goes, right? Because I know this about you, but I don't experience that side of you very often.
Yep.
And I like Rachel and I are like this, right? We're simpatico in so many ways. Nami, I do not love fashion. I do not want to be. I know I love a good Project Runway because I love me some reality TV. I like watching people on the journey. I love watching people live into their dream and, like, you know what I mean? So I enjoy watching, we enjoy watching those shows, talking about them, but she's got this whole other level of why she loves it, right? Because she actually loves the fashion of it. And so I'm just like, yeah, love what you love. Get that stuff. Watch that show. Get emotional doing it. And I'm sitting here in my sweatsuit and my amazing slippers.
Ooh.
They're really fancy. Thinking, oh my gosh, that's me in a different way, right? Because I, like, when I think about my $100 million self, man, she wears the comfiest sweats. She's like wondering how she's got. I often talk about the Kardashians, and Rachel has challenged me to think even bigger than the Kardashians. And I love that I'm thumbs up from the universe. I love that now I got fireworks from Rachel. That I'm watching these incredibly wealthy women in their sweats all the time, right? They're really comfortable, luxurious sweats, but they're sweats all the time. And so I think it's fitting that I showed up, that I am embodying that that version of myself today, loving what I love. I love comfort. I love really soft fabrics. I love sweats.
Yes. Love what you love and love it fully. And you can love more than one thing, right? So don't worry about that. It's not a time to, again, it's not a time to buckle down and get serious and close yourself off and hustle. It's a time to open up. Open up. Let more love in. Let more appreciation in. And make decisions that feel true to you, right? It's important. So we're at the time where we're about to say goodbye, but I think you should definitely consider coming into our app right now. You don't have, there's no credit card you need to sign up. There's not even a splash page with fancy stuff trying to get you to come in. It's just you click the link below and there you go. You get to download it right away. So come and join us. And even if you don't want to play alignment bingo, track your daily alignment routine and have some fun. So,
but I love playing alignment bingo because it gives me ideas that I hadn't had.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love it, but I mean, not everyone wants to play, and you don't have to, right?
And talk about, we call it the Daily Alignment app because it is our app for daily alignment, right?
It is called Daily Alignment app, but truthfully, it's called Nudge in your phone because we're nudging you to meditate and have your daily alignment process. So eventually we'll probably change that. But right now it is the Daily Alignment app by Nudge. So come on in and join us and we'll see you there. And again, thank you to everyone who's already inside. I love seeing you. So appreciation.
Invite a friend to come play bingo with us. The alignment bingo is what, 16, like you don't even have to do it every day. I think it's 16 activities.
You still have plenty of time to do the whole entire thing. We're only on day 9, so you can do the whole thing, just one thing a day or not even. So yeah, love it. All right, everyone. We love you. Intimate Alien will be with you next week. And I don't know what she's going to talk about, but I think it might be about how to navigate the world in tumultuous times. Because Andy popped into our head today. Andy, if you're watching, we're thinking about you. And I'm pretty sure Intimate Alien wants to answer your question next week.
There it is. Okay.
Bye, everyone. We love you. See you next week.